little bit. I'm gonna have to recoat it, but so there it is, man. Went ahead and picked up the LS motor. All the cylinders look good. That's the reason why I decided to go for it. What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and today we got something a little special going on. Today's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are with y'all's families and everything's all solid, everything's all good. It's early in the morning, as you can tell. It's still a little bit dark. I mean, the 10's dark, but I mean, it's still a little bit dark out here. I'm actually on my way to the bank because we are going to pick something special up today. I really hope that homie doesn't flake on me. He doesn't seem like he's gonna flake or nothing like that, but it is what it is. So today what we're gonna do is we are going to pick up another LS motor. So it's another bare block, but he does have all the stuff with it. He has the whole rotating assembly. He has, you know, the pistons, the rods, the crank, all that good stuff. And the block has already been machined. So that is the reason why I opted to get this block, because the block that I have still needs to be machined. And, you know, right now, I'm not really wanting to machine my block. Well, I won't say I don't want to machine my block. I want to machine the block, but for the amount of money that it's going to take for me to machine the block, it's not really going to happen like right now today. And, you know, I have this idea in my head, and I want to finish this Elko up, man. I want to finish this Elko up. I want to finish my Impala up. So in saying that, you know what I mean, I'm trying to get everything together as quickly as I possibly can, because I want them to be out for the summer, and I want everything to be solid for the summer. So that's the reason why I opted to get another block, a block that's already been machined, a block that's already ready to go. So worst comes to worst, I'll probably have to get some new pistons. Hopefully the connecting rods are not bent or anything's wrong with the connecting rods, and if they are, then I'll just get the pistons and the rods and then use the crank that homie has. And, you know, the block won't need to be machined. I'll just take the pistons and everything else, get them balanced and all that kind of stuff, and that's all I'll need to do. So pretty much that's the course of action right now. It's another 6-liter block, so, you know, it will actually be less of a, you know, cubic inches than what I was planning for this other block that I have. I was planning on boring the block that I currently have 30 over, so to make it a 408. This one is just going to be a regular stock 6.0. Actually, not, it won't be a stock 6.0 because, you know what I'm saying, like, obviously we putting whatever into it. But we are going to, you know what I'm saying, we're going to see what, you know, what's all to it, and we're going to see how we can make it work, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm planning on building this block instead, and things will start coming together a lot faster for this LS motor. I also picked up some heads from my neighbor. My neighbor said that he has some 799 heads, cathedral port heads, and he told me that I can get at them. So I went ahead and picked those up from him. And so we now have cylinder heads. I'll show you guys all of this. I'll show you guys the process. Hopefully Dash gets off of work early this morning, and we're gonna go run over there and go grab this block. Like I said, I know it's Thanksgiving, but yo, work don't stop, man. We grinding, that's what we do over here. So anyways, man, like I said, I picked up some cylinder heads, and the cylinder heads that I picked up are gonna work perfect with the intake that I want to go with. I'm trying to go with the Fast 102 LSXR intake for the cathedral port heads, because those work really good with those heads. And yeah, man, I'm shooting for 500 at the wheel. That's what my goal is. So, like, you know, I'm kind of really doing the math on paper, theoretically, or so to speak, so that, you know, I can make that goal. So I'll probably end up having to make maybe 560 or above to get 500 wheel horsepower. I mean, that's a lot of power. But we'll see what happens, man. I mean, even if I don't get to 500 horsepower, Wheel horsepower in the Elko, it's not really that big of a deal to me because, I mean, there's no weight in the back. I mean, 500 horsepower is plenty to spin those wheels and get it sideways and do whatever we got to do with it. But anyways, man, before we jump to the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. The giveaway will be this Saturday, so hit that notification so that you get, you know, the notification when I start the live video on YouTube. And hopefully YouTube even does live still. I don't even know, man. I don't be on this app like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a tech guru or nothing like that. But anyways, I will be going live hopefully around noon on Saturday, and we will be doing a drawing for the Flowmaster 44s. They're already ready to get shipped out, so as soon as I get the information from the winner, they're headed out. So I'm hoping to get them out that day. So the person will win. Hopefully I get that contact information that same day and I can get them out that same day. If not, they'll just have to wait until, you know what I'm saying, Monday or something like that. But anyways, definitely before Christmas, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you can use them, whoever wins them. And you know, that is what it is. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and get to this bank, get this money for this block, and then, you know what I'm saying, when we start going to go get the block, I'll cut y'all back on and we'll chop it about, you know, whatever we got going down. Like I said, I opted to get a different block because the one that I'm building is, you know, it's gonna be a pretty penny. And I, you know, just to get it machined, just to build the short block, you know what I'm saying, will probably cost me like $4,000. And the reason why is because the rotating assembly is like $2,000. Plus I gotta pay freight because it's heavy stuff. You know what I mean? So it'd probably be like $2,200 just to get the pistons and all that kind of stuff here. Plus machining of the block is gonna cost about $1,000+ and everything that I need to get done there. So I mean, that's not really what I really want to do. Like, I already got a block that is all good, got the whole rotating assembly. The worst comes to worst is I had to buy some pistons and machine them or balance them, and we'll be good to go. So about $700 as opposed to, you know, $35,000 to $4,000. So anyways, man, pulling up to the bank now, and hopefully we can get this block today. All right, y'all. So we got some goodies here. This will be a different video. You know what I'm saying? You see what it say right there. But yeah, we got big plans, man. But anyways, so these are the $7.99 heads that I got from my neighbor. He said they were off of like a Corvette or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, something like that. But anyways, we are going to fully machine these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna take them to the machine shop, I'm gonna port and polish them. I am going to take these rocker arms off, and I'm going with full roller everything. I'm going with roller rockers, roller lifters. The valve springs will be different because obviously I'm gonna go with a different camshaft and all that kind of stuff. Will beefier camshaft. So we're gonna get rid of all of this, and we're going to do something different with all of that. They are cathedral port, and so like I said, I wasn't gonna port and polish them because, you know, it's gonna cost you know, however much it's gonna cost or whatever. However, there's a lot of carbon buildup in these, so let me see if I can flip it over real quick or lift it up and show y'all. There's a lot of carbon buildup in here, you know what I'm saying? And I want to get all of that out. I want these to be real clean when I put them into the motor, just because of the simple fact that, you know, I'm building something that for my Elko that I envision really nice. I want a really nice solid motor. I want it to look nice. I want it to be mean. I want it to be everything that I envision putting this car together, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I want to, you know, go ahead and get these machined so that they're good and they're solid, ready to go. Add a little bit of extra horsepower in the process, and, you know, get me to that 500 number that I'm looking for. So have the 799 heads. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the LSXR intake because they work well with these. They flow well with these cylinder heads. And then the reason why I'm not going with this block in this car is simply because you can see this needs to be machined. Now, I kind of tried to clean it up myself, which, you know, failed miserably, but it is what it is. I'll take it to the machine shop. This block is not going to go into my C10. Now, the C10 has a 454. I'm keeping it 454. It's going to stay big block. It's not going to go LS. Had it been a 350, I would have considered it. But since it's big block, I'm going to run big block because big blocks have plenty of power. The motor in this car, I spoke to my dad yesterday, will go to my dad. You know what I mean? I was going to sell it and do all that kind of stuff, but the motor in this car will go to my dad. Me and my dad built the motor in this car together, and he's going to use it for his truck because he wants a 383 for his truck, and I told him, like, you know what? You could just have the one that's in my car because, you know, it's a 355, but all he has to do is get a 4-inch crank and make it a 383, and he'll have a 383 for his truck. So that's what we're gonna do there. Like I said, this block is not gonna go into the C10. I guess it's not a C10, it's a GMC Sierra, but you know what I'm saying, I'm calling it a C10 because it's easier to explain, you know, rather than a GMC Sierra. You know what I mean? But anyways, this motor, we're still gonna build, we're still gonna machine it. It'll still be a 408. It will just get built over time. And as I build this motor, I will find or source another project. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for that. I know you guys probably want to see this motor in this car, but this Impala will probably stay stock. You know what I'm saying? Unless this motor, you know, takes a shit on me or something like that. This motor will most likely stay stock. I'm not looking for crazy power in my Impala. I had a dream of having an LS7 Impala and stuff like that, but you know, the car runs fine. The car is okay. I'm not gonna tear it up and do nothing to it. I'm gonna just make it reliable, and we're gonna run it just like that. This motor will be in a different project. I have this vision in my mind. I really want a parking lot, y'all. Like, I want all the cars that I ever dreamed of having, and that's kind of what it is, man. Like, I want a Chevelle. Well, my wife wants a Chevelle, so I want to get my wife a Chevelle. I want a 70 Cutlass, you know what I'm saying? They could be hard top, drop top, it doesn't matter. I want a 70 Cutlass. That's my dream car because my dad has a 70 Cutlass, and that's what I grew up on. I want to, you know, I eventually want to have a Monte Carlo, and if I get a Monte Carlo, this is what will go in the Monte Carlo. I want a T-top Monte Carlo. Now, there's plenty of cars. Let me flip this camera around, and we'll chop it for a second before we get on the road and go get this motor. But like I said, I'll have a motor built before I get the project. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what's all to it. You know what I'm saying? Once we get, you know, done with it. But this one will be built over time. And the reason why, like I said, I opted to go with the block that I'm about to get other than this one is simply because this one needs a whole lot more work before I can even get to the point of it even being a short block. And it's going to be super expensive. And, you know, with Christmas being, you know, me getting my daughter's stuff and, you know what I'm saying, me getting the wife's stuff and all that kind of stuff. And then also me getting all the goodies for this car. Like, this is on hold until, you know what I'm saying, further notice. And like I stated before, I want to build the LS over wintertime because this is something I could come out here and wrench on, do real quick and real easy and not really be too worried about how cold it is. So, like I said, I wanted to build the LS motor over winter so that it's ready for the summer, and that's what we're going to do. So that's why I opted to go with the different block. Got the heads, was going to go with LS3 heads, but these flow better with the intake that I want, so that's why I decided to get these. But anyways, man, let me flip this camera around and we'll chop it for a second. All right, y'all, so if you made it to this part of the video, I definitely thank you guys. So anyways, like I said, this motor will just sit on, you know, the stand or whatever until I can get to building it, and it won't take that long. I plan to build it over time, so within the next year or so or whatever. The only thing is, like I said, that block is going to be on hold until it can get to the machine shop. And right now it's not getting to a machine shop anytime soon. So that's why I wanted to go with the other motor. Now, like I just said, I always had a dream of having a lot of cars, you know what I mean? And I've had a lot of cars over, you know, my lifetime and stuff like that. But I've always, like, you know, sold them, flipped them, did whatever I had to do with them. And I don't want to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? If I get a car, I plan on keeping that car unless it's a newer car. If it's a newer car, I'm not, like, I don't really care to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get a newer car or whatever. Now that we're going electric, everybody's trying to go electric, that might change. Because I definitely want that ZL1. Like, if I can get that ZL1, it's on. It's on. I'll keep that forever. But anyways, the new ZL1, the black one joint. But anyways, as far as, you know what I'm saying, project cars, what I would do, I do have, you know, I do want to build like a bunch of different cars and bring out a bunch of different content. Like, you know, I want to build a 2-door Landau Caprice, a Euro. Not the ones with the, you know what I'm saying, like the separated lights in the back and the separated lights in the front. Like, I had an 83 box Caprice, and I like the Euro clip in the front and the back. Like, that car, I probably wouldn't do too much to it, man. I'll probably paint it, throw some wheels on it, and if it's good running already, keep it good running. I wouldn't LS it or do nothing like that to it. Driving around for a little bit, and I'll sell something like that. Also, a Cutlass, you know what I'm saying, like an 87 Cutlass or Euro. I'll probably, you know what I'm saying, throw some wheels on it, drive around a little bit, sell it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that I would sell. Things like, you know, T-top Monte Carlo. I would keep a T-top Monte Carlo. You know what I'm saying? A hardtop Monte Carlo, I might, depending on how I felt about it, I'll probably keep it for a little bit, you know, drive around a little bit, throw some wheels on it, sell it. Those type of cars I would sell. Now, the like a 70 Cutlass or a 70 Chevelle, 70 to 72 for both of them, I would keep something like that. Now, the Cutlass, if I found a hardtop and there was an opportunity to get a convertible, I would sell the hardtop and get the convertible or something like that. But these are the types of things that are in my mind for the old school generation, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I would want to keep and, you know, build and bring to the channel and do things like that. And, you know, like I said, that's kind of what my direction is. So this motor I will build, and then I will go find a project. So I'm thinking along the lines of like a Monte Carlo, if I can find one, a Chevelle for the wife. Most likely it'll be a Chevelle for the wife. But if I come across a Monte Carlo first, that's what it will be. Or if I come across a Cutlass first, that's what it would be. This motor will go into that car. Like I said, this won't go into the C10. The C10 is already a big block, so that's what it will do. So anyways, man, I don't want to talk y'all's ear off. I just wanted to kind of explain that because I am going to keep this 6-liter block. I'm going to get the other one. The other one I will build. This one I'll build too. It'll just take longer to build. And whatever, you know, project I can find that's solid, I will put this motor into that block. And I'll probably go a different direction. I'll probably do like LS3 heads. I'll probably do a fabricated intake or something like that. I won't go with the LS style intake or whatever you want to call it. It'll probably be a little bit different how I do that, because I might go ahead and boost that one too, like with an LSA supercharger or, you know, some type of supercharger for that motor. That one will have forged internals and everything like that. Excuse me, as far as the Elko goes, I'm not going that direction. I don't really need forged internals because this, excuse me, again, this car won't be boosted. So I really don't need the extra, you know, extra steel, I guess you could say. It will have ARP studs and all that type of stuff though. But this one will be naturally aspirated. That's where it's going to stay. I just want to be able to hit the gas and slide this thing, you know, Gbody shuffle it. You feel me? So that's the plan for the Elko. The Elko is my baby. It's going to be built. It's going to look nice. It's going to run nice. Everything's going to be solid for this car. I plan on getting this one done hopefully within the next 6 months. Hopefully, that's the goal. And that's everything. Undercoated, body bushings, rear end built. I think I'm gonna keep this rear end. I'm gonna just build it, and then, you know, do the disc conversion and all that kind of stuff. Because like I said, I'm not looking for, you know, this is not a race car. I'm not looking to get grip and stick and, you know, blow my axles out and do all that kind of good stuff. We'll just build this rear end that's currently in the car. I think the 7.5 will handle what I'm trying to put into it, and this is gonna be a nice, you know, get out on Sunday and cruise, you know what I'm saying? As far as the Impala goes, the Impala is the same thing. The Impala will be nice, stock, whatever. We'll probably throw 373 gears in the back. We'll probably throw a little bit more oomph into it, but this car here, I'm not planning on, you know what I'm saying, jumping into it and, you know, stabbing the gas and, you know, like going 150 miles an hour and all that kind of stuff. This is just a cruiser, man. Throw my family in it, we're gonna cruise around. Now, as far as this motor that I have that's currently on the stand that I'm gonna build, you know, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy because I'm gonna throw a lot of money into that motor, and it's definitely gonna be something to, you know, it's gonna get down, you know what I mean? And if I build it like that, it might not go into something that my wife's gonna drive. I'll put it in something else and then build whatever for her. But like I said, man, these are the types of things that's coming to the channel, that I'm due for the channel, that I'm due for you guys. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We building motors, we building cars, we painting cars, we doing everything on this channel, man, that you would see in a shop. And I'm not a shop, man. You can see, look around, I'm just in my garage, y'all. Like, that's it. I'm just in my garage, man, just building cars, and that's what we gonna do, man. So hit that subscribe button, because we got so much more that's gonna come to the channel, man. This is not gonna stop. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And we're gonna just keep on grinding, y'all. Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all. If y'all made it to this point in the video and y'all didn't skip through, I definitely appreciate the love. Now we can go ahead and go get this motor, and I'll show y'all what that looks like. And then, you know, we'll see, we'll compare the two, all right? All right, y'all. So, dang, I'm kind of sick a little bit, man. I messed up my bed a little bit. I'm gonna have to recoat it, but so there it is, man. Went ahead and picked up the LS motor. All the cylinders look good. That's the reason why I decided to go for it, because it's going to be a whole lot less money to go ahead and just run with this block instead of the one that I currently have. Homie had everything that I needed for this motor and everything. I just got to clean all these pistons up and clean everything up. Everything looks pretty good. Doesn't look like they're all torn up or nothing like that. So yeah, you know, he said that everything should be, well, came out of this block, so everything should be balanced and good to go, so I don't have to worry about balancing. I just need new connecting rod bearings, new bearings for the cam bearings, connecting rods and all that kind of stuff, main cap bearings. So I'll go ahead and, you know, replace all that stuff, go ahead and rebuild the block, put everything, or clean all this stuff up, put it back into the motor here, and then go ahead and start building this motor. Other thing that I like too is it's not painted yet, so I can paint it any color that I want. Go ahead and cover everything up, clean it up real nice, and go ahead and start painting the motor. So we got an LS motor that is ready to be built. It's already machined, don't have to worry about balancing, nothing like that. I was thinking about getting new pistons, but if I go that route, then I'm gonna have to worry about balancing, all that kind of stuff. So now I could just go ahead and port my heads if I so choose to go that route. I'm kind of thinking along those lines right now, but you know, we'll see. So those can go to the machine shop. Nothing else necessarily needs to go to the machine shop. He also gave me the crank too. It's in the back of the truck, but he gave me the crank. And yeah, so all of this stuff looks good. Looks like it's ready to get thrown back in this block. I think they just took it out just so that they can line hone this to clean up the cylinders. Dude's trying to build a 1,000 horsepower Camino, so you know, he said that he went with a 6.2 instead of a 6.0. So but yeah, everything looks good, no cracks in the block. You know, it is a 6.0 as you can see. And yeah, man, so LS build is on the way. We are definitely going to start ordering everything that we need. I got everything in my cart. Probably after the holiday, I'll start ordering more stuff to get everything all solid and good to go. Dang, man, I messed it up real good over here. It's all good, man. I'll go ahead and recoat it, but yeah, so I'm gonna have to get somebody over here to help me pull the motor out of the truck. Looks like we're about to get some weather here, and I don't want to mess up the cylinder walls because they look really clean. They got good cross hatching in there. Everything looks solid. So Dash suggested that I go ahead and scrap the 6.0 idea that I had and find one that's already ready to go, dump in the car, and then I'll get my project ready to go faster. And that's kind of what I did. And I wasn't even really like trying to look for it. It just so happened and it came together. So that's what we got, man. This is, you know, a great start. So let's I'm gonna unload this. I'm gonna unload the crank, and then this I'll just cover up with a bag for now. And then yeah, I'll probably tie it down too, so it's not sliding around in here while I'm driving. But until I can get somebody to help me pull it out of here, because I obviously can't do it by myself. But yeah, let's get to it, man. LS build is on the way. Y'all, that's gonna do it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, I had to grab that LS motor because it was just going to amplify or speed up the process of throwing the LS in this Elco. Do have everything that I need to put the LS together, the short block. And you know, for what he let me get it for, man, I mean, I couldn't pass it up, dude. I mean, my direction for the first LS block was to do forge internals, do all that, get a machine, do all that stuff. And, you know, it was going to cost a pretty penny to get all of that done just to build the short block. Now, I could build the short block right now. Like, all I have to do is clean it up, paint the block, get everything all ready to go, put everything back into the block. I'll just, the only thing that I'm going to change is I'm gonna do ARP studs and connecting rod bolts and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna do ARP for all that stuff. I need new bearings for everything, and pretty much we're good to go. So once I get all that stuff, I clean up the block, clean up the pistons and all that stuff, get new rings. Once I do all of that, we'll be good to go, man, and start building this LS. Like I said, I already got my heads. They will have to go to the machine shop to get done what I want to do to them. I mean, I really don't have to do that either. I mean, but, you know, realistically, we'll see what happens. I'll call the machine shop and see what they're talking. If they're talking something crazy, maybe then I'll just, you know, do what I got to do to them myself and, you know, see where we end up at. Realistically, I could just throw them onto the block just like they are now, and I'll have a long block really quickly, and then we'll be sourcing transmissions and stuff. So you know, it's kind of crazy because me and Dash will be pretty much back at the same point. We were at the same point when I was painting the Elco and he was painting the Money and all that kind of stuff, and we were kind of doing, you know, the same thing, you know, suspension work and brake work and all that kind of stuff. And now we're back at the same point with motor stuff. And I promise you, we're not copying each other. That's just how the chips are falling. So, like I said, this was Dash's suggestion to go and find me a 6.0 that's already built, ready to just drop into the car and do it that way instead of how I was going about it, because I'm not building a race car. So, and it just so happened that I found one yesterday and I just jumped on it. And you know, with these types of things, you have to jump on it real quick because people were all over it, man. And I lucked out, and now I have 2 6-liter blocks. And then it's crazy because the guy actually offered me some $7.99 heads too, and I didn't take them because I already got $7.99s from my neighbor. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a different direction with this other block, so that's why I didn't take them. I don't want to go $7.99 on both blocks. I'm gonna do LS3 on this other one. That was my original direction, my original plan, but the LS3 square port is not, doesn't work as good as the cathedrals for the LSS, or the 102 millimeter LSXR intake, which is what I'm going with. So anyways, man, LS motor build is finally underway. I know I've been talking about it for the longest. We are now on our way, y'all. So I thank y'all for rocking with me. I thank y'all for, you know, tuning in and joining me for this video. Hit that bell notification because we will be doing the live giveaway this Saturday at noon, and you don't want to miss that. So we got the Flowmasters 44s over here. They haven't even been opened. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I plan to throw those in a box. As soon as I get the winner's contact information, throw them in the box, they're out of here immediately. So yeah, y'all, so stay tuned for that. And like I always say, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Always remember, work hard so you can live free.